Coleman having a big day, like that's got to be great news. There's no other way to look at it than great news that winning at training camp, Joe, is not what's going to win. But any indications that there's a lot in there, which we saw during the regular season last year, I feel like has got to be welcome news. So we'll talk about that with Joe Brady, get Sal's thoughts on that, Carl Jones as well. As we roll along this morning. So good day for Keon, and I like to hear that. Anytime you tell me a Bills receiver had a good day, I'm going to be happy about that.
Yeah. If there was one player I could tell you at the end of camp where we said blank had an amazing camp, would Coleman not be like one of the top 3 names that you would get to?
He would. I kind of
feel like the first week was more, what would you label it, inconsistent?
Sure.
Inconsistent first week.
The thing I would say, and this will be like over the course of camp, because the types of ways he's winning, that's really a big key to me. You tell me he gets a back shoulder catch over Jamarcus Ingram, kind of turning in the corner, I think like, okay, I mean, last year at camp he did a lot of that. It's a ton of, not quite mossing guys, but just using size and boxing out. Winning on a goal ball, that's a little different to me. That's something they threw to him a lot last year, and it was not very productive. They threw a high percentage of go balls. In fact, do I remember the stat that he led the league in percentage of throws that were go balls last year?
I believe that's right.
And I don't know
percentage of his routes that were go balls.
Okay, yeah. And I don't know that that's going to be a repeat this year because they have a different skill set, a different group of wide receivers. But winning in a couple different ways, I think it comes down to for Coleman. You just know he's not going to be a do everything, but he doesn't have to be. He's have to do what they ask him to do really well and be a weapon where next time it's 3rd and 10 against the Chiefs on that final drive, I'm not throwing a screen to Amari Cooper. I'm comfortable throwing a deep out to Coleman because I know he can kind of box out, or maybe it's the back shoulder kind of throw on the sideline because the timing and the chemistry is there. Like, numbers, this, that, productive, whatever. I just want to know that the Bills have a couple weapons out there for Allen that when it comes down to the 3 plays that make a difference between going home and moving on to the next round, I've got a couple guys I can trust with that.